Have you heard of the Bible speak of the angels of the four winds? I saw them. They don't have wings and they're flying everywhere. They are like tornado. That's how they are spinning. That's their form. They are wind itself, but they are spinning wings. Somebody will stand and say, 2 billion angels have come here. Even Jesus says 1 legion. You 2 billion. It's easy to throw those things around because, there's no test. There's no way the average can test it. So in that realm, you find the elementals. And God crafts malaks or angels using those materials. Fire. Some were made with fire. Some were made with water itself. Some were made with wind itself. And then God crafts those angels. So the spiritual world is vast. And if you want to be part of this ranking, meanwhile, human beings are very unique. Because when the luminous one was telling about human beings in the room of light, he told me that when human beings was created, each of the graces, when we talk about graces, we are talking about entities and their dominions. Because it is the one who is gracious that has the ability to give grace. The one that gives grace to you in an area must be rich in that area for him to be gracious in that area. So when man was to be created, all the graces donated a virtue. Eyes that you have is a donation from a realm. Did he say, now I will make man? He said, come, let us. He was giving instruction. All of you come now, let us make a man. What he gave us is breath, spirit. That was his own donation. And when I was told this, he said, this is why man can rank in any of the realms. What is man that you are mindful of him? And the Son of Man that you visited him. You've made him a bit lower than what? The Elohim. Now there's a problem there. I think that's the only time the Bible uses Elohim for angels. Because the Hebrew word for angels is malaks. When I saw that, I said, no, this is not angels. He's comparing man to the gods themselves. Because Elohim means gods. So you've made him a little lower than the gods. Not the malaks. The Elohim. Jesus is seated in heaven. Not as a god. As a man in the Godhead. Understand what I'm talking about? Man is now part of the Godhead. Paul calls him the man Christ, seated there as man inside the Godhead. So he said, whatever you want, ask in my name. Because I'm with the Father, I will do it. Before he was saying the Father will, now he said, I will do it. So he sits there and rules so that you can sit here and rule. Meanwhile, Pampe is chasing you everywhere. A man in honor that knoweth, that's just the problem. Is what? It's as a beast that perishes. Honor is useless when knowledge is taken away. What have you been doing in the school of the Spirit? This car you've been praying for. A man in honor. So faith is actually a transport mode into a realm. That realm is the God realm, where you create by what you say. This world responds to humans' effort. The spiritual world responds to spirit's word. Because word is an energy. Jesus.